Libraries as a social architecture redefining its role, and my design concept for this library is intrinsic, which means something that is built in and always been there. Through the aesthetic design of my building, it represents where the site is located, which is in Clark, Pampanga. That was very open space and surrounded with a lot of acacia tree and greeneries. The site have a lot of acacia tree which gives sun shading for the whole area and for the building, and also giving fresh air for the building. The site is more on the nature side, which can see on the building itself. First, the open planning. Second is having a full glass window which give natural lighting and also airflow. Next is the skylight here in this upper part of my building, which also giving a natural lighting. And lastly is the wooden accent on the exterior of the building, which are essential to achieve a nature side and ambience. On society, it is widely open for the shed light and knowledge for the people. Pampangan, people is in the nature to read and to study, and also to socialize with different people, which is already intrinsic. That's why the role of this library is to prove and give a sense of comfort while achieving its goal. Next, in this morphology, my morphology is rectangle, which is dividing into three and pushing backward the some portion to indicate the three part of this building. Next, in this part, you can see what I am said is first is the natural lighting, widely open window, the skylight, the full glass window, and also having a loft. For my design consideration, first is the natural lighting, second is the natural ventilation, next is the accessibility, next is aesthetics design for the exterior and interior design of my building, next is the orientation, and lastly, the most important is the security for the whole building. And in this part, you can see the shape of my building, and you can see the roofing style on it. Next is my site development plan. First is the site description. Location is Clark Field Zone and along CP Romulo and Jose Abad Santos Avenue. Zoning is institutional. And lot area is 15,422 square meter and 154 hectares. Here in my site development plan, saying having a two entrance. First is the main entrance, and the second part is the exit or the second gate for the parking area. Next, for the whole building, in this wooden roof for my whole building, you can see this is the main part. This is the main part, which is the library building, and this is my utilities, having a access from the library itself. And in this part, you can see it glass. It is a skylight which give natural lighting for the whole building. And in this part is my open space for recreational activities. And in this part, in this whole area for the given site is I didn't cut the trees to preserve it, and also adding a surrounded greeneries to give a fresh air for the whole site. And in my site analysis, along with this road is the Jose Abad Santos Avenue, which is the first problem is the sound pollution for the boats edge of the area, and in this part because it is also a road. And in this part is the Abagat, and in this part is the Hamihan, and in the sunpath is in this part is the sunset, and in this part is the sunrise. Next, my loft floor plan and also the utilities floor plan. In this loft floor plan, it is the same position of the shelves and also the study area. And in this part is the law section, and in this part is the periodic section. And here you can see the administrative division and having an access through admin office, having a 5 meters staircase, and having a 2 meters stairs here at the administrative division. And here in my utilities floor plan, you can see, first thing is you can see is the lobby area, and next one is the employees lunch where the employees eat, and here is their locker area, and having a 2 shower room for the male and the female also. Next is the front elevation and right elevation. First is the front elevation, and in my front elevation you can see the main entrance, which is a full glass door. Next is in this part where I say that this is the lobby. It's also a full glass window for the natural lighting, and also full glass window. And for the aesthetics design, I use a wood accent and also a plain cement, indicating the wood. Next is in this part is in this 3 part, which is the divide, is I use a wood accent for the building. And next in the right elevation, where I'm set a full glass window, just like here where is the lobby located. And in this part is the label, or which is the library font of this building. And this is only, I choose a plain cement to indicate where the wood were located. So in my longitudinal section, you can see the Reader's Service Division, the study area, the administrative section, the children's section, the Catholic section, the study area, and in this part is the library extension division. And my roof is curved, just like wave. It is a different level on it, and in this part is a high ceiling, wherein I want to emphasize where you enter the building is having a super high ceiling. And next is this 2 is the green wall, and in this part this is a full glass wherein I did not cut the acacia tree, and having a design where you can having when you are inside this building, you can see the acacia tree having a view inside. Here is my vignette sketches. First is the multimedia, the children's section, the blind section, and the study area. For my whole interior design, you can see more on gray and wood accent on it. And this is the multimedia section, which and you can see more on gray, light gray, and dark gray, only the shades that I use. And a lot of computers on it and chairs. Next is the children's section. This is the part where it's widely steps. And this part is the open full glass where you can see the acacia tree, and this is the shelves. Next is the blind section, wherein it is a different flooring on it for the blinds. And next is the study area, where I choose the part where you can see the staircase and having a high ceiling on it. And lastly, the spot details and the exterior perspective. The spot detail is my vertical garden, where you can see in my section, in this part where this is the vertical garden, which is in this part, this is the vertical garden planters, this one. Next is the structural wall for the plywood. This is the wall on it for the building. Next is the versa wall drainage pipe for the drainage of each plant. Next is the irrigation system for this vertical garden. And lastly, for my exterior perspective, and this is what I've said, the wood accent on it, and the wave roof, and having a full glass window on it. And this is my library as a social architecture redefining its role.